Hi, friends. Welcome back to a new episode of Off the Cuff. Sorry, this one has been really delayed. I've been crazy busy this past week or so, I'm going to do some back to back filming. I'm going to do G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra here, and then there will be another upload soon for the video we did, or the movie we did this week, which was Pandorum. So, again, this will be here for G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. Well, let's get right into the reviews. Brian Eggert off the bat. You'd be better off buying toys and acting out your own adventure. The result would prove more satisfying. Like I said in the review, this movie feels like you are smashing your toys together. Um, but again, it's not like it's the worst movie I've ever seen. It's just a solid action movie. Again, like I said in the video, this one is really exciting to do off the cuff for, because how many of these reviews are going to be like, oh my gosh, this movie is so bad? Like, again, I know I say it every single episode, but it comes down to what the expectations of the video or of the movie are. And I know you can have objective standards for movies, and like just because it's a dumb action movie doesn't mean that it can't be good. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Um, this one from Mike Massey, Gone with the Twins. At least plenty of stuff blows up. 5 out of 10. Yeah, again, that's what you're there for. You're there for the pretty explosions, and you're ready. You're there for the pretty colors and all that fun stuff. But again, I think there was plenty of good stuff to watch in it. Once you turn off your brain, like, it's fine. This went from Leah Posh from the Herald Sun, Australia. You'd think it'd be impossible not to extract some fun from a tale climaxing with a nuclear attack on the Eiffel Tower, but the filmmakers found a way. Sorry about that. The double negative threw me off. Um, I mean, I think it's plenty of fun. There's plenty of stuff in that film to enjoy and to not worry about too much. Oh man, this is a fun one. This is one of those you hear like a not like a trigger word, but like one of those phrases where I can't take it seriously. This one from Noah Berlatsky from Reason Online. If I'm to have American imperial propaganda, I couldn't ask for it to be any more shoddily made or any more unconvincing than this. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, you clearly came into the movie with a hostile agenda, shall we say? Yeah, and a lot of these critic reviewers are going to be very similar. So why don't we hop over to the audience and see if we can't get a little more balance here? Love this from Thomas, 2.5 star. Bought the DVD for $1 at a thrift store. Watched it. I placed the value at $1.10. That means that means that means it was a winner. Again, you keep your expectations in check, and you'll enjoy the movie just fine. 4 star from Robert. This might not be the best movie of the year, but if you like action, then there is action. I have it saved to my Fandango and have watched it a few times. Yeah, again, every movie for the most part, I mean, I would say every movie period has its place. Um, and this one is fun, dumb action. Again, don't think too hard about it, people. This one from Liam H, 2 star. It had potential for the first two thirds of the movie. It had potential, and the first two-thirds of the movie are fairly enjoyable, but the ending is very chaotic and messy, flipping here and there to the point where you can't actually see what's going on. That's fair. I can understand that. It basically is following. The ending is following. Sorry, spoilers. The ending is following three different storylines. So you've got Channing Tatum doing his thing, and then you've got Snake Eyes dealing with the um, his basically like surrogate brother, basically. And then you've got I can't think of his name. Um, Basically his sidekick, Channing Tatum's sidekick, flying around in the jet trying to take out the warheads with the nanomites or nano the or like nanites. Um, so it's yeah, there is a lot of chaotic stuff going on. It jumps around quite a bit, so that's a fair criticism. But overall, I mean, I think it's still pretty easy to keep track of. This one's an interesting one. 1 star from Derek. Stephen Sommers' take on the live-action G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra failed to shine with a rather silly and messy script, underwhelming characters to mediocre performances and visuals. I think the visuals are actually the one thing that you could probably say holds up pretty well, all in all. Again, the only thing that doesn't really hold up to me personally is the actual suits that they use. The when they're like running and stuff, it looks a little too fake for me. But that being said, I think the visuals of like the nanites eating like through the Eiffel Tower, and that sort of thing, I think they all work out pretty. I think they all look pretty fine. A lot of these don't have names, which I think is really interesting. So I'm not sure how far we're gonna be able to go with this. This one, a 3 star from Russell. As a fan of the toys from the 80s and 90s, I loved the references and couldn't wait to see Cobra Commander. But other than that, it's over the top and corny. Fun movie if you're in the right mood. Yeah, again, even just looking at the trailer, it's one of those things where what are you really what are you wanting from this movie and what are you expecting? So, I guess GI Joe fans sound out in the comments because I remember vaguely watching an episode here and there of the 80s. I'm not that I was around at that time, but they like reruns on like Boomerang and stuff like that when my insomnia had me up at like 3 in the morning. Um, but overall, I for what it is, I think it's a pretty entertaining movie. But again, I'm not deep in the source material, so I don't know as far as that is concerned. Yeah, and unfortunately, there's just not a lot of names on these, and it looks like these are all very similar. So I apologize. This is going to be a much shorter episode, guys. Let me see what some of these nameless ones are. 2 star, 2.5 star from Anonymous. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are pretty cool. In fact, the general look of the film is good looking, but then the characters start talking and the story keeps going and it's never enough to keep you engaged or entertained. Again, I think if your brain is turned off, you can be sufficiently engaged and enjoy it. But I mean, even for me, it took me about a half an hour, and I actually paused the movie at one point to go do something, and then when I came back, I was like, okay, I'm re-engaged with this movie, so I can understand that. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely stuff to enjoy in this movie. All right, let's see if we can find one more here. This one a 3 star from Anonymous. It wasn't horrendous and neither was the CGI, but it wasn't great. Watchable and entertaining, but not much more than that. 5.5 out of 10. Yeah, I mean that's fair enough. Is it one that I would personally go to again? Probably not. But again, for a fun dumb movie that you want to turn your brain off for, does the job. And I think that's all we're gonna do today for this one, just because there wasn't the reviews are all very similar, so I'm don't really want to keep repeating the same reviews over and over again. But thank you all so much for watching. Sorry this is a little bit of a shorter one. Hopefully our next video will be a little bit longer for you. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think of this movie in the comments. And otherwise, thank you all so much for the love and support. Shout out again to Zach Abor, our only patron at the moment. If you'd like to support the channel on that side, either as a free or paid member, you can hop on over to the Patreon. We have links in the description. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope I see you in the next one.